What defines a video game? What is the difference between a functional concept and an engaging experience? Let's answer that question today using Trombone Champ Unflattened as our little guinea pig. Like always, I'll discuss the game, its design, gameplay and game feel, and its mechanics, then use that information to shed some light on our subject. What does the game do right or wrong to turn its incredibly unique and rather silly mechanics into a fully playable, enjoyable video game? It's good to have you. I'm Vic, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Vic's Thoughts on Video Games. Let's dive right into the tantalizing, tooting terrificness that is Trombone Champ in VR. I'm sure this one hasn't passed you by if you've spent half a second on the internet lately. Those clips from the game where a player tries to play a popular song through a digital trombone. Often it sounds like total arse, even if played correctly, and that's exactly the charm of Trombone Champ. Musical mishaps are really freaking funny, man. The ability of this glorious instrument to just kinda sit right next to a note instead of right on top of that, to basically glide from flat to flat, combined with the purposefully terrible voicings, makes for an outright hilarious combination. Just listen to this game for a bit. I'll admit, I am so sensitive to this kind of humor. Musical memes, to give a term to it, just critical hit me. So for me, I was kind of expecting this to be a match made in heaven. Humor, music, video games, all in one package. I just never expected to be this charmed. To fall over laughing during or after almost every single song. It genuinely cracks me up. In a sense, Trombone Champ reminds one easily of now classic titles like Guitar Hero, which paved the way for this title. Mechanically, they are very similar. Play a digital instrument to the best of your abilities to get a high score, with the songs laid out visually on the screen for players to follow along as they go. You hit the specified note when it comes up to a specific part of the screen. The way it approaches its subject matter is worlds apart, however. Guitar Hero was made to make the player feel cool. Ayy. It tried so very hard to convince you this plastic toy made you totally rad and on par with the legends who could actually play that instrument. Leather jacket, long locks, sunglasses and all. Trombone Champ holds no such pretenses. This is a silly game about a silly instrument that basks in the jokes, the humor and the laughter. You're not made to feel cool, you're made to laugh your arse off. Constantly and the whole way through. Just listen to this voicing. Seriously, if you're like me and you don't have any proper prior knowledge of the mighty trombone, you might just think that they all sound like this, but no, this isn't just a meme machine. This Horniest of Horns has the ability to tug at a man's very heartstrings. Gorgeous, right? I certainly didn't expect that after first playing Trombone Champ for 5 hours. It makes the game even funnier to me. It's like if there existed a video game about playing bass guitar, but the entire thing would revolve around playing the Seinfeld and Pornhub theme songs. You know the ones. I don't have to play them now, do I? On to the game design. As mentioned, the main gameplay revolves around getting a high score while tooting along to both a visual input guide and a backing track. You're graded with a letter based on your performance, how many notes you hit, how well you hit them, how many you've missed. There's immediately a bit of beauty to the design here. An input from the player can be graded in more ways than just wrong or right. An input or toot can be perfect, nice, just okay, meh, or nasty, which is completely off. This scaling eases a player into the madness. A note that's just a bit off is not immediately bad. You don't get that noise that Guitar Hero used to do whenever you were off. Instead, you hear every little thing your tasty trombone makes in its full glory and are then graded on how close you got to the perfect note and the perfect timing. Not slapping you in the face with a wrong, that's bad, every time you're slightly off. This also means that the difficulty is inherent to the song. The game won't hold your hand with easy difficulty modes where it excludes controls or complexion in an effort to ease the player in that way. You get to play the hard version straight away. Trombone Champ just throws you into the deep end like this. How difficult a song is, it really depends on your personal expectations and willingness to improve. The game will let you flunk every single note, it doesn't care, it just makes the whole thing funnier. And the flexible scoring system provides a beautiful learning experience where you are rewarded for doing better, not punished for doing bad. A key difference in motivating a player. On top of all of that, all songs also have 3 additional challenges to tackle, each of them unique and really freaking hard sometimes. Getting an S rank and all 3 challenges complete on your first go feels so damn good. So what kind of songs can you expect? Well, it's all public domain here, with a few exceptions like the DLC, which includes songs from the Undertale and Deltarune soundtrack. The Can Can, Oh Danny Boy, the Canadian national anthem. You probably have heard most, if not all, of the melodies before in your life at some point. It's again charming. It's the kind of music I wouldn't listen to on my own time, but there's so much variety here that there will be ones you'll actually enjoy. The House of the Rising Sun, Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and Jasmine Flower are some of the absolute bangers to me personally. And I totally get the Formula One podium vibes just listening to the Brazilian and Canadian national anthems. Every version, except for the PlayStation 5 version, has an additional feature called Custom Tracks. This feature allows you to download and play unofficial songs, which boosts replayability to near infinity. This is how and why you see so many of those clips on the internet. It's custom songs played in the official game, no mods needed. I didn't even know this existed until I did some research after finishing recording. I didn't really miss it until that point either, but now I know what was left behind for the PlayStation 5 port. I can easily say it's the worst way to play it. Get the Steam or the Meta Quest version if you have the options. Having custom tracks available makes those versions vastly superior. There's also in-game currency to accrue, which can be spent in a shop on new trombones and new gloves. One cool thing is that some of these additional trombones actually sound different as well. A secondary system sees you collecting cards, which can then be traded in for additional unlocks. These are all written so well. This game knows what it is. Let's touch on virtual reality as we discuss the controls. I have only played the VR version of Trombone Champ, so I can't put it next to the original as a source of reference, so I'll just judge it as is stand-alone. The game allows you to play left or right-handed. One hand is put close to your face to hold the trombone in place. The other one is used to adjust the slide and so change the pitch of notes. Then, each of the 4 face buttons, plus the 2 triggers on the PSVR 2 controllers, are used to toot. You can use just one or a combination of any of these inputs. I've messed about with the controls trying to find something that worked quickly for me, like maybe using my left hand to change the pitch instead of my dominant right hand. I did this to make things closer in practice to the way I've played bass guitar for the last 18 years or so. didn't really work though. I found using my right hand to adjust pitch and keeping my left hand with some space in front of the headset gave me the best results. I was also most successful using my index fingers on both hands to toot, so I was able to keep up with the faster songs where a single finger just wasn't enough to hold the pace. After you get the hang of it, it works pretty damn well. And the magic with this title is that before you do, you'll be laughing your brass off. The design is inherently meant to be dynamic, fun, and engaging instead of frustrating or rigid. The only frustration I had was when the headset lost track of one or both of the controllers. Now, this usually happened because of the damn thing being just out of sight of the cameras. It's mostly avoided by keeping your non-dominant hand at some distance from your face. After I realized that, it was much smoother sailing. Also, turn down the volume on your telly and use the headset's earphones instead. If you can hear both, you'll have this massive echo or delay that you have to deal with, and it's honestly quite maddening. Save yourself the misery. The whole mimicry is pretty close to the real deal. I think that the physicality of virtual reality really does add to the experience. Personally, I wasn't interested much in this until I realized a VR version existed. I can imagine the regular version of Trombone Champ to be more precise, but I can imagine the virtual reality version to be much, much more fun. So what elevates Trombone Champ beyond being a mere joke? A working concept that's inherently fun is half the work, but the rest comes down to game design. External motivators and stressors designed to guide the player down certain paths, to condition him or her to show specific behaviors, to extract more meaningful time out of a fleeting experience. I've mentioned the scoring system and the currency or shop system, which provide both internal incentives, for example, the joy you get from increasing your rank on a song, and external incentives. For example, those fancy new music tubes you unlock. There's also the leaderboards, which involve setting your score against others, not only in individual songs, but also the entire collection of songs put together. Yes, you can technically be the best at the entire game. There's also the framing and the setting, the stylistic choices made to further enhance the specific experience a game is aiming for. In Trombone Champ's case, its visuals are colorful, cheerful, cartoonish, and in one word, fun. The setting is pretty cute as well, with you standing behind a curtain during time spent in menus. Once you pick a song to play, the curtains swing open, revealing a crowd awaiting your performance that will tickle the eardrums of the gods themselves. You're on stage, and it feels so goofy, especially the first time. This wasn't part of the deal. I can't even play this damn thing. Their live reactions in response to your messing about, it's just so good. Not only in having a crowd respond to your inputs visually, but also as an extra marker of your performance. The cacophony of booing on top of your shitty playing, it is an experience to be had. Another thing to mention is the potential for the classic couch co-op. This phenomenon has kind of disappeared as of late. We used to do it all the time because we didn't have any multiplayer games, of course. But just the good old-fashioned, get your friends over and all enjoy a game right there on the couch together. And this is such a good one for that, because it's short, it's snappy, it's still engaging to watch as much as it is to play, and the controls can be used by anyone with a pair of arms. Now to answer our initial question. I've talked about design, mechanics, and stylistic choices, about challenges to overcome, about rewards to unlock, about self-improvement. All of this meat is put on the bones in an effort to make you care. The functioning concept of Trombone Champ is this really. Go to the free play improv mode, close your eyes, and start shooting. This is the fundamental essence of this game, an interesting set of mechanics that can be enjoyed for a fleeting moment. All the dressing up is Well, to make you feel things, you human being, you. We want to care if given just enough reason to. When even something as quirky and silly as a trombone simulator can effectively hook you in, make you laugh, desire to improve and overcome, when you feel like sharing that experience, that's where the concept becomes a video game. Design is what we use to achieve that. Not all, but most players, myself included, enjoy external incentives and roadblocks. We want to be challenged, and it feels better if it's laid out for you to conquer, and even better if you hand us a digital cookie afterwards. A good concept is fun for a few minutes. A good game is fun for hours until it has finally exhausted the means to make you care. I think developer Holywow Studios did a fantastic job of turning a silly idea into a proper video game. Trombone Champ Unflattened really is more than a mere joke. It's a properly crafted and designed video game filled with challenges worth a toot. Go play it in VR. Go have a laugh. I'm sure you'll have a blast just as much as I did. And now, if you can guess all these horribly played songs, you'll get one digital cookie yourself. Enjoy. Like always, all footage was recorded on a standard PlayStation 5. Trombone Champ Unflattened is also available for Steam and MetaQuest. Like the show? Do let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comments below because I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried the game? Is it more than a mere joke to you too? Or want me to take a look at a specific VR title? Tell me so I can add it to the ever-growing list. This was Fick in VR presenting Fick's thoughts on video games. I wish you well and thank you for being here today. It was good to have you. Take care and I'll see you at the next one.